Hi friends, I'm here with a yoga offering. As always, please go at your own pace. Rest whenever you need to. Feel free to skip things or change things if they're not working for you today. Let's begin on our backs. You can come into a shavasana type position. Go ahead and spread out. Either close your eyes or take a soft gaze up towards the ceiling. Slow down your breath. And you're welcome to keep your eyes closed or open them as it's useful for you. Let's start by sliding arms overhead, stretching out long through your arms and legs. Interlace fingers, press out through your palms, flex your feet. And then bring your right knee to your chest. Give that knee a good squeeze in, and then straighten your right leg up towards the ceiling. Flex and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle a couple times one way, a couple times the other way. Bend your knee in, open your knee out to the right, and straighten part way or all the way out to the side. Ground down through the back of the left leg. And then release. Bend your knee, bring it across. Spinal twist. Staying in your twist. Try straightening your right leg on a low diagonal, right arm on a high diagonal. And then release, roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in. Take a little circle or rock, and then grab hold of just the left knee, drop the right leg long. Squeeze this knee in close, straighten this leg up, flex and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle a couple times one way, a couple times the other way. Bend your knee in, open it out to the left, and then straighten part way or all the way out to the side, grounding down through the back of the right leg. Release, bring it across, spinal twist, first with a bent knee. And then straighten your left leg on a low diagonal, left arm on a high diagonal. And then roll back onto your back. Bring both knees in, little circle or rock. Now, if it feels okay to do so, take a couple of rock and rolls on the length of your spine. You can rock your knees to your chest, roll up to sitting. If this does not feel good for your body, don't do it. You might use this momentum to bring your hands to the floor in front of you and get a little lift through the hips, maybe even a little hover through your ankles. Then you can use this momentum to step or hop your feet back, come into a high push-up position. Let's lower down, chaturanga, and then come into your back bend. This could be low or high, cobra or up dog. And then back to down dog when you're ready. Hips high. And take your time getting into this first down dog of class. You may want to pedal out your feet or shift your hips side to side. Waking up your body. Let's walk hands and feet towards one another. Hang in ragdoll. Maybe a little sway or shake out. Bend your knees a little more and slowly roll up. Coming all the way up to standing. Let's come into mountain pose, Tadasana. Feet can be together or apart, hands together at the heart. We'll take a full A-series sun salutation. Inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. And we'll take 5 deep breaths. You can stay in down dog, or if you'd like, you might come back to child's pose or sitting or onto your forearms or knees. Choosing a rest that feels like a rest for you. One more breath here. Come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms pressed down. Again, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop back. Lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. This time from down dog, send your right leg up. Bend your knee in and start circling this bent right knee. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, send it a little higher, and then bring your right knee towards right upper arm. Extend it up and back. Take it across towards left upper arm. Send it up and back. And then right towards the center of your chest. Reach it up and back. Big step forward. High lunge, arms up. Settle in. Grab the left wrist, take it across. Come over to the other side, grab your right wrist, take it across. Back to center, interlace fingers behind your back. Lift your chest, sink the hips. Release arms up. Tip forward, standing splits, hands to the floor or to a couple of blocks. Can bend the supporting leg if that's useful, but have that top leg really straight, really long. Last breath. Step back. Warrior one, arms up. Settle in, deep bend in the front leg. Last breath here. Optional handstand swings. If on your way back, you want to take a couple of swings, find a place where you feel comfortable on your mat, hands flat, and just swing that left leg up and down, getting a little air time for the right foot. Eventually, finding your way back to down dog. Please do what feels right. Take the time you need. In down dog, slow down your breath. Left leg sweeps up, bend your knee in and start circling. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight. Bring your left knee towards left upper arm. Send it up and back. Take it across towards right upper arm. Reach it up and back. And right towards the center of your chest. Up and back. Big step forward. High lunge, arms up. Sink low. Grab your right wrist, take it across, little side bend. Come over to the other side, grab your left wrist, take it across. And then back to center. Interlace fingers behind the back, other thumb on top this time. Lift the heart. Hips sink low. Release arms up. Tip forward, standing splits. Hands to the floor or to a couple of blocks. We'll do this with hips square. Let the head release. Can you let the muscles of your face relax? Last breath here. Step back. Warrior one. Inhale, arms up. Settle in. Deep bend in the front leg. Last breath here. Release optional handstand swings. So you can take as many or as few as you like, including none. Feel what you are doing. And your breath be deep. Eventually making your way back to a good rest. Any neutral shape. You may want to close your eyes. Last breath here. Come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward, inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Bend the knees, arms up, inhale, chair. Utkatasana. Hips low, head high, engaging the core. Bringing support and length to your back by engaging abdominals. One more breath here. Release, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior 3. And you can modify or adjust however you need to. For each pose, we are figuring out as best we can how this works for this body now. One more breath. Step back. Warrior 1, one breath. Release through a vinyasa or your movement transition. Left leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior 3. How much can you feel what you're doing? Apply everything you know. Last breath. Step back. Warrior 1. Release through your movement transition. Settle into your resting pose, letting go of everything we've done. Everything we might do. Last breath. Come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms up. Inhale, chair. Exhale, straighten. Again, inhale, chair. From here, come into a twist. Left elbow across to the outside of the right knee. Work the palms towards the center of the chest, opening that top shoulder. Now see if you can transfer your weight all the way into the right foot and lift the left foot up, or at least unweight the left foot. Keep the breath deep. Take a big step back, high lunge. You may need to adjust your footing. And then extend the arms straight, either on the outside or inside of that front leg. Take a little shift of weight front to back, and then we're going to windmill up and around and into a warrior 2. Flip the right palm, reverse warrior. Straighten the front leg, triangle. Open the top arm, tuck it behind the back. Half bound triangle with the option of extending the bottom arm forward. Bend the front knee, half bound, extended side angle with the option of a full bind. Look to the front foot. We're going to step up to the front of the mat, keeping your half or full bind. You might need to take a couple of small steps. You can adjust your bind. If you need to release it, go ahead. And then we're going to rise up for Bird of Paradise. Bend the knees, shift your weight all the way into the left foot, and then lift the right leg up. If you can't get the bind, you can approximate by having your right arm underneath and the left arm behind the back. Whether or not you have the bind, you can go towards a straight right leg. Going towards means going towards. You may not get anywhere. You're just like a flower lifting for the sun. And then release. Hang in ragdoll, shake that out. Let it go. Toe heel the feet back together. Bend the knees, arms up, inhale, chair. Come into a twist, other side. Right elbow across. Work the palms towards the center of the chest. Open through the top shoulder, lengthen your spine. Shift your weight into your left foot, lift the right foot up. Big step back, high lunge. You may need to adjust your footing. When you're ready, extend the arms straight, either on the outside or inside of the front leg. Take a little shift front to back and then windmill up and around. Warrior two. Flip the left palm, reverse warrior. Straighten the front leg, triangle. Open the top arm, tuck it behind your back, half bound triangle with the option of extending the bottom arm straight. Bend the front knee, half bound extended side angle with the option of a full bind. Look to the front foot, step up to the front of the mat. Perhaps readjusting the bind, perhaps letting it go. Shift your weight into your right foot. Lift the left leg, Bird of Paradise. Like a flower reaching for the sun, extend that left leg towards straight. It may not get anywhere. Can you let it be right where it is? Relax the face. Breath deep. And release. Let go. Hang in ragdoll. Let's bring both hands and arms between the legs to the backs of the heels, and then creep as much of your upper body through as if you're crawling through your legs. Some of you might be able to reach your hands around behind your back and grab your fingers. If not, you can go towards that, towards legs straight. Now we'll bring the hands to the floor, behind the heels, shoulder width apart, fingers facing forward. If your hands are flat, you may lower your hips and attempt firefly pose. Don't put your weight into your arms if your hands don't come to the floor. So this is for some people, not others. You might extend one or both legs straight. Let's release. Drop the feet to the floor. And let's go ahead and have a seat. Extend the legs forward. Take the flesh of the sit bones back. Sitting tall, take a fold. You can use your hands wherever they're going to best support you. Maybe on the feet, maybe a strap around the feet, maybe hands on the floor. Lengthen and fold. Inhale to look up. Exhale, release. Hands to the floor behind you, fingers facing forward. Roll your shoulders back, your elbows back. Puff up the chest. You can either stay here, little gentle upper back arch, or press the soles of the feet to the floor, lift the hips up. Purvottanasana. Last breath here. Release. Soles of the feet together, Baddha Konasana. You might grab your big toes or your ankles with that grip. Lengthen and fold. Elbows can push into the legs to help open them. Or if it works better for you, you could have hands or elbows on the floor. Inhale to look up. Exhale, release. Bring the knees in, roll back onto your back. Circle with the knees, releasing lower back. Let's get set up for a couple back bends. We'll start with bridge. Feet hip width apart, parallel. Press your feet down to lift your hips high. Once your hips are high enough, interlace your fingers behind your back, shrug your shoulders underneath you. Spread the upper back and lower back away from one another. Take your arms out of the way, roll down and rest. Now I'd like us to try a half wheel pose. If you already know this is not a good idea for you, don't do it. You can go back to bridge or supported bridge or something else. And if you're not sure, you'll probably know right away if it doesn't work. Let's tuck the hands under the shoulders, shoulder width apart. Lift the hips just like bridge. Now if you're able, you're going to push your hands into the floor and bring the top of the head where the shoulders are now. Make sure you can see your elbows. Try and have them parallel. And then to come back down, we'll just replace the shoulders where the head is by pushing hands into the floor, put the shoulders back down, and then roll back down. Now, depending on how that felt, go back to bridge, try half wheel again, or try full wheel. So full wheel setup is the same. Lift the hips. You can pause in half wheel for a moment, and then try and press the arms straight. Full wheel is not for everybody. For some bodies, it's maybe a good pose for 1 or 2 breaths, and then come down. If you want to stay longer, you are welcome, but listen to your body. I'm going to give one more option. You may need to watch it, pause the video, and then try it for yourself, but I'll go through it, and again, it's totally optional. So bridge again, supported bridge, full wheel. If you want to try a deeper shoulder option that's off the wrists, you can come through half wheel. So hands under shoulders, lift the hips. Head is on the floor, and then one arm at a time comes back, so you're on your forearms. You can either have the forearms flat or interlace fingers, and then the head can come off the floor. It's a very deep back bend, like wheel, but no pressure on the wrist. For some bodies, this is a great option. For others, it's not possible or not a good idea. To come out of it, head back to the floor, hands back, and then come out just like half wheel. That's enough for me. If you want to do one more of any of those, you are welcome. When you are done, let's move on to happy baby. I'm going to start winding down this practice. If you want to keep practicing, you're of course welcome to do so. If you're winding things down, just really listen. What's needed? What would be a good last pose or couple last poses? If you're enjoying what you're doing, stick with that. When you're finished, just again ask, what's needed now? What would be a good completion for you? Maybe a twist, maybe an inversion, maybe a little self-massage, perhaps a restorative pose. Anything or nothing. If nothing's needed, you can start getting your body comfortable and ready for your final rest. You may want to put on extra layers or grab props. Eventually settling into stillness, letting go of the control of your breath. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, move your wrists and ankles, and then take a big stretch out through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in and roll to one side, pausing there for a moment. Use your hands to help you up to sitting. And bring hands together at the heart. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you had a good practice. Hope you have a good rest of your day. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, or if you have requests for future offerings, I'm happy to create a practice that's just for you. Thank you for supporting me in all the ways that you do, which may include sharing what I'm doing with friends that could benefit, liking them on Facebook, subscribing to my YouTube channel, supporting me financially if that's possible, Venmo, PayPal, Patreon are all good. Just really appreciate you practicing with me.